Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I love you. I'm Ben, your host. Here on the show on the go, I like to call Generously Honest. Now, I'm wearing this mask because it's brutal out here. The air is not good to breathe, see? In any city where there's any cars that burn any gasoline, and that's pretty much every city in the world right now. Think about it. In what world do we not burn gasoline? Think about that one. And you go, why do you breathe the air? Because when you were a little lad or a little lass, your mommy or daddy told you, don't worry about it, it's fine. And I disagree. I was like, I don't know if it's fine. And later on, Dave Suzuki taught me, yeah, no, it's not fine, dude. And talked about air. And he breathed life into me about the fact that I saw Dave Suzuki on the TV. It was like local television, but he talked on my old at my old junior high school, and David Suzuki talked about air at my junior high school, and I watched it on TV from Victoria, and I was like, oh, that's my old junior high. Isn't that interesting? And I used to hang out there and play and did square dancing. I learned square dancing in that place in grade 6 or something, or grade 8. Square dancing. Yeah, we did square dancing in grade 8. Ooh, food. Never turn up free food, dudes. Alright, but just make sure it doesn't pissed on it like a dog. Whoa, stick. So dogs like sticks, so they carry sticks around, chew on them, and leave them in places. Plus the trees just drop them naturally from the wind. Oh, dude. So in Earth, you got to defend yourself. There's lots of carcinogens in the air from cars, and it's not called carcinogens because of the word car. It's called carcinogens because it causes cancer. Now, it's stuff you don't want in your body, but people end up having it in their body anyways because they breathe it in. So, all I have to do is wear one of these masks. It's a dual filter. I've got, it's like basically a HEPA filter on both sides. That mostly does the job. And the gases, some of it gets absorbed by the second layer, which is funny because it's a shaker now. It's not supposed to shake. It's supposed to be packed full. But I had crazy glue in my pocket when I dropped this thing. I was like, woohoo! I was excited about something, and I threw it up in the air, this thing. I used to carry it around my hand. Now I just carry it around like this. Thank you, dude. And so it's the show on the go. So technically, I'm on the go. But I feel like a jet pilot. Yeah, breaker, grab a buggy on the head. Alright, behind it now. We're all good. Alright, now we're just gonna slow down the speed. We're gonna hover now. Hover speed. Alright, turbo speed now. I wasn't going super speed, but where there's a car, you know, it's exhausting. Pardon the pun. I pardoned the pun. So cheesy. Anyway. Now, what do you want to talk about? Gas? That was just a saw. See, in my adventures, stuff like that happens in the background. People go about their business because they're doing that. And I'm gonna save this in my pocket for a little bit later. You know. And so, ooh, what's this? All right, what's this? And what's that? And what's this? What's that? Didn't bring much with me. Got a bus ticket to get home if I want to. Let's back up. So, where are we going? I decided to walk down Rockland because why not just tell you a story about how I used to be a kabuki cab driver, and I would pedal this pedal cab. I would pedal this pedal cab and carry people in the back, and I'd go down this road, and I'd go down to Craigdarroch Castle, and I would like, hey everybody, it's Craigdarroch Castle. They'd be like, ooh, ah, oh, and then stuff like that. And then you go back along the other road and it's faster, and it's all downhill, and it's like, oh, fun. Anyways, and then you go, I survived 2 seasons there and worked for the other place too for a bit, but I didn't like it anymore. I was like, this job you gotta rent the cab that you ride, and then every day, so your shift was like you rent it, and so it wasn't really that lucrative unless you really got a lot of work, which was a lot of customers, which was tricky to do, and unless it was, you know, boom time in the summer. So it would happen. I would just go at the boom time in summer. That's when I worked. But that's when I met the love of my life. Her name is Constance Klaas. She was from Germany, and I picked her up with a meaning in German. I can't remember how to say it in German right now, but I can say, do you want a beating in Tusk? You want a beating in Norway, or whatever. Anyway, no, Denmark in. Anyways, Netherlands or something. Anyway, no, wrong. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, the pickup line. Anyway, I picked her up with this line that meant this: "You are ever so sweet." And I pronounced it perfectly because I had a card. And right before I met this lady, I met another lady. No, right in between these moments of meeting the same girl, Constance Klaas. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. But I want to tell you this because she was a princess, and I'm really proud of this fact. And she was my girlfriend for a little while, but she had to go back to Germany to finish her schooling because it was going to be free for only a limited time only. Her schooling, so something like that. Anyway, it was free there, not here. So, anyways, point is, I picked her up with "You are ever so sweet," and I met this old grand lady who from Germany that day. I met a grand lady from Germany that day. That's where I got the pickup line from. I said, "Excuse me, ladies, are you from Germany by any chance?" And they were one of my customers. And see, Constance Klaas was also worked at Kabuki Cabs, and she goes, anyway, she was not there, but the old lady goes, "Oh, just say this," and she wrote, and I said, "Oh wow, that sounds amazing. How do I remember that?" She goes, "Oh, let's write it down for you." So she wrote down this phrase for me that said, "You are ever so sweet." And like I said, I want to express to her how much she's so sweet or something, and she said, "Okay, ever so sweet, good." So she made it like that, spruced it up for me a bit actually, at the words, but it was like a very nice compliment. So it worked. And how do I recreate that and find a new wife? I don't know, because I had the love of my life that I thought was the love of my life before that, but no, not quite. I just want to tell you her name. She's famous too. Her name is Natalie Tate. Oh, how I loved Natalie Tate back when I was a Thunder Sauce guy. Yeah, man. But it's not like she only liked me because I was in the rock band. It's just we had that in common. Like, I'm a bass player. She was a folk singer with a guitar. And she used to go. With her songs. She would clunk with her tongues. And she would make clucky clunk songs with her tongue. And when she would play guitar. And it was so beautiful. Man, she's so cute. Natalie Tate. Anyway, that's back when we were 20 or so, and back when I was in Thunder Sauce. But I used to play bass in the rock band. We were kind of a groove rock band, really. We call ourselves the groove rock band. And I was with them for like 5.5 years, and then I had to quit because I had carpal tunnel syndrome. I'll just tell my life story now. I had carpal tunnel syndrome, and it was weird. I couldn't work. My arms and my forearms were in excruciating pain every single day, and for months straight, because of the amount of work that I did. I had to overwork my arms, and I became dependent on so much money, so I kept working, and you know, we just workaholic. I wasn't dependent on money. It was like, well, everyone's dependent on money. But anyway, what I'm saying is, not really. In Canada, you're supposed to have backups for that, and there is. Go check it out. If you don't have money, go ask the government. They might give you some. But thing is, I had these jobs, a couple of jobs where I was a workaholic, and one of them was bass playing. I loved to bass play. I joined like 3 rock band. No, I joined a heavy metal band and my uncle's band, the Jennifer Bradley band, on top of Thunder Sauce. So I was playing bass all over the place, and I was on stage all the time in the years before 2001. Remember that year? Sucky year. But the years before that, I was on stage playing music, and we played one show at Steamers, and I was like, oh dude, I don't know if I can do this. There's so much smoke there. There's just smoke inside there? Harsh. Because I never went to bars much. And they smoked in the bars when it first started playing. Now you can't smoke in bars. And then right after that, I'm like, yes, this is like they changed it just for me. Yeah, awesome. So then I played a whole bunch of shows in bars, breathing right. Because when I play rock music, I jump up and down like this, dude. I play my bass like this. Like that, dudes. I'll play my bass. So I played my bass a lot with my fingers. And once in a while I switch to a pick. This one needs a pick. Whatever it is. Good old times. But yeah, it's better out here for sure. Okay, now slightly different climate than downtown. It's like the grid, dude. You can stay away from the grid. So, and so close to the grid. This road is beautiful, and like these yards are just gorgeous. Where they built them like that with the plants. And so, and this is Rockland. There's rocks everywhere. And you go across the road, see the big rocks that made rocks into I was gonna say bench, but you can't sit on it. I guess it's a slight bench. Alright, made rocks into a slight bench. Thanks, guys. Ooh. Now, I just wipe your butt off because it's probably dusty or something. Space dust. Okay, I gotta tell you about space dust, dudes. Space dust is falling from the sky because once in a while we get a little meteorite, burns up in the atmosphere. It's going so fast, or we're going so fast, really, in relation to it. And it's going to certain speeds through the atmosphere. I mean, it comes to our atmosphere at a certain speed because of the fact that it's going through space at a certain atmosphere with a direct, you know, path towards the center of our planet because of gravity mostly. But usually Jupiter takes out the big chunks of space debris that we fly through space and encounter, because our solar system is flying through space and spinning and swirling and swirling and swirling and spinning and wobbling and wobbling all over the place, dudes. And it's all just because of gravity tugging back and forth, and centrifugal force and centrifugal forces, and that means exactly the same thing. Anyways, I looked it up yesterday. I love looking stuff up, and then you know it. Anyways, and all the things happening, pulling on the universe, and we're all like, whoa. And I'm walking in this rock spinning around, see? I'm walking here on the rock, just spinning around. It's got water mostly, but on it, we're above sea level here, and oh, dudes. Yeah, space dust. That's what I'm talking about. So eventually, some of the dust comes from, you know, dry areas where it's dusty, and dust just goes into the air. But some dust comes from space, from meteorite particles. So it's essentially ash. Essentially rock ash, burnt up rock, mostly rocky stuff. Because sometimes the belt of asteroids between Mars and Jupiter, I believe, is there's a rogue one where they kind of collide or something, and a piece goes flying off and it comes back to Earth somehow, and then it comes, like, maybe Mars tugs it and it goes down towards Earth, and whoosh, we get it, boom, zap. But it doesn't zap, it goes poof. Anyways, it vaporizes in the atmosphere, and then you're like, dudes, it comes out of the dust. Like, that's some of the dust you get in the sky. It falls in your head. It's gritty from the rain. See, it helps make rain. Space dust, and it's actually, some of it is actual particles from spacecraft from NASA that gets burned up in space, but not much. But anyway, some people don't believe NASA is real. Okay. Same people believe the Earth is flat, usually, because they seem to go together, those two things. The Earth's known to, the Earth is flat, and they can prove it. They can prove that the Earth is flat. Dudes, nice try. You can't. I'm pretty sure it's bumpy, and first of all, and second of all, it's not very, it's more spherical than flat.